She was going to join. It's 2:30 in the night for her. She did say, I'm going to try my best to join to answer some questions, but we did still tell her, "Aap record kar lijiye," so we don't disappoint the people who are waiting to see you. And I think she did a great job recording it, and she's making a couple of dishes for us. So while we get started, I think you all know Nalini Sadhu by now, and she's a celebrity, so to say, when it comes to taking our Kashmiri cuisine on, a wider platform globally. And it was her passion that was ignited, I think, mostly by her grandmother, mother, and then mother-in-law, including her own husband, who kind of guided and played a major role in manifesting that passion into an entrepreneurial venture. So that's what gave birth to Matamal. That's the restaurant she runs right now, which is also, I believe, supplemented by, what's the name of that, Neetu? Kanz Mahal. That's a sister concern of Matamal, run by her husband and son, and she, of course, leads the venture. And they are taking it global. They have an app, and they have been covered by many international publications now. That's how popular she has become. And I mean, apparently, reading about her and talking to her, looks like her first public appearance was in some kind of a show in Singapore, and where all her food got over, and that's when they realized, how different Kashmiri food was, and she gained popularity from there on.
I think it was at the Indian Embassy in Singapore.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it was some occasion in Singapore, I heard. So, I mean, apart from, of course, being a celebrity within our community, we're so proud of her. I wouldn't ignore mentioning that she played a very critical role when it came to COVID, the wave 2 of India. If everybody could mute themselves, I'll really appreciate that, because I'm introducing Naliniji, so I'd like people to hear.
Do you have an option to do?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I'm trying to, because I'd like whoever this video goes to, I'd like everybody to hear this. So I mean, she's played a very, very crucial role when it came to KOA's, contribution in the COVID efforts in India in the second wave. She was relentlessly giving and sharing free meals with the collaboration of KOA in the lockdown period, and she's shared thousands of meals with the impacted people who were calling her day and night. And she has been helpful in that Delhi NCR region in that venture. Folks, please mute. Please mute yourselves. So without much ado, I am just going to really thank Naliniji for doing this for us, for recording the session with us. And as I said, any questions you have, she will answer them in the KhyenChen chat itself, and she'll be more than happy to get in touch with you. So,
Indu, can you make me the co-host so that I can help you with?
Haan, Jigar, I'll just do that. Stay with me 1 second. I was hoping people are hearing me and they will be able to mute themselves. All right.
Do I need spicy?
Let me try muting people. Obviously, they're not hearing.
I don't think so.
So there you go. So that's about the intro of Nalini. Just wanted to make it special for a special person she is, more than being an entrepreneur. I think she's a beautiful person in and out, with a very down-to-earth attitude. And go with her with any problem or an issue. She is the part of the solution, and she will do anything that she can and is in her hands to help, apart from being a businesswoman. So with that being said, she is cooking the most delicious and almost forgotten foods of our land, which is Hoggard, that is the dried fish, Hoggard and Kanti, which was not very, I wasn't very familiar of Kanti until some time back. It's the boneless mutton that came into our cuisine. Wasn't made that much at my place, but I believe many people did make it boneless and in more of a non-Kashmiri style, non-Pandit style with onions and everything. So she is going to make a complete meal out of those two things for us today. So please do watch the video. I'm going to just get started with that. And feel free to stop me in between if you have a question, or we can just play the video and then we can get questions and continue our fireside chat. Thanks.
Namaskar.
Yes.
Which is a certain question that which is as KOA family khatra ke rana. Mesuja putla ki bukya, what is that which is not cooked every day, which is kind of a lost recipe. So I think I finally decided to make Hoggard. Hoggard, as far as I know, don't type bananas. Pacha Hoggard se byak shasan burar. So we source these Hoggard from Kashmir. Yat khatra kya chhe? Yim chasan yim pacha Hoggard chasan, yim chasan thoda sa saaf. Achun asan organs inside, and is gurun chasan, although that's also very tasty. Tachun pevan zyad saaf karun, yat chun asan, it should relatively but saaf asan. So yat khatra chhe Kashmiri yat khatra mana. This is the right weather, actually. This is the right weather for Hoggard. So if you plan to cook it, you must do it. After Swanan Kashmiri, this Hoggard run, yet what is good, guys. So today I'm going to do that one. So I'll show you the ingredients, what I'm going to use. We'll go one by one. I'll be doing two dishes. Godnuk, I say Hoggard. Hoggard, look at this. Imchi baj Hoggard. Imchi, but soft. You know? Achana gata manju chunu fera. Imchi soft. Imchi se ये बच्चों तो याद क्या करा वैस ये चीज़ करा I generally don't chop them before, but आज यम ज़्यादा पहन बाजे तो वो है कि यम गुआनसी chop करे, और it depends on you basically. तो है कि भी boil करे से first cut into pieces. क्या यू था बोट piece रानों चु मुश्किल कैसे? So we will boil it. I will boil the water. आपको try वैसे यम Hoggard. Yim gasan, it's basically rough din. You can say soft, thoda cook kaise, so that it becomes easy for frying. Be agar access ke gandgi bandgi so that gets washed away. It's better to wash it under running water. Good or something like that. Actually, it's bada imsa. Zyada mehnat chal dewa kare. But yachatan up. It's good dishes, but I think more or less we can eat them. I'm sure Hoggard dried fish but maybe somewhere it's river Hoggard or case, but at the end the result should be almost same. If you cook it the Kashmiri way, you will get that Hoggard only. So here I would advise you to be little liberal with oil and mirchi powder. So while Yotama steel it will smoke, I'll tell you something about my memories of Hoggard. Hoggard, Mishbasa Hoggard which was generally Yelmeni Maje, or Zukam Karan, so they must say, hey Rani, Hoggard Hoggard is Hoggard, and literally I've seen that they must also Zukam Vasan. Uçokim, tabi sorsam band gomutsu, soğus vasar zukam, uçavdı, nastikin sorry. Tüto satasan tăsi. That time we didn't realize कि ये क्या मिसो चुका सा, मगर so tüt spicy tim बनावन and quickly बनावन, योस मगज खोला. Since we're not on a Zoom call, maybe to receive me यम question, but whatever comes in my mind, I'm going to answer that. Hoggard is क्या मैं बोलूँ, मैं mother-in-law's बना. कि ब्रोड क्या स्वाना दानों सासन चलान ताकि उनसे सिर्फ Hoggard त्रावान बुज़ार Puzam kya that I have no idea. Magar hujo sasa iman puan chumu tayar kis banas mazan. So garam hogadas tor buzet kadan ta puanis mazas travata thos ke sath chil. To chavalan probably hogadas. Hoggard benefit हमने पता क्या थी मगर दिल से खुश कैसा ये वो रनाचस मातामाल ये Hoggard lots of people I have literally seen उश्वासान छुतिमन कि आज दे में पाने मुझे याद ये सोच बनावन बातों सोच गोद गया नलिनीजी तो अश्वाल याद बातों शु गोद गया बस तंग खुशी क्या I'm the most happiest person that time. You're cooking, you're talking as well. Make तो कुछ बड़ा मुश्किल होगा सर, but somehow I'm managing it. You know, cooking is a therapy for me. You have to eat so feel, you have to put aside in the water, so I'm like covering it for a minute, so that you settle down a bit. Younger, I always keep it ready. Yes, young woman, you ask me like the thought. So this is very important. Now I'm going to add matwangan liberally because I guess color te jaangi to texture te kaise jaangi. I haven't added salt. Noon te kaise zaatun jaan. Good purple butter good guys. You should show also. Achha matwangan cutting, which is very important. The cost is cutting up matwangan. We'll let it cook for some more time. Tatmajan milaba. Gurjan. I think this much is enough. You can add it in John spicy asan. So I'm using for maybe 750 grams of Hoggard. I'm using 5 chilies. Ab banao mein paste. So I'm adding these also. And such a zyada pan yat banao kosher button good gasan. Word tikki masala. Such में your USP. I'm done. If he says noon चु बराबर, texture चु बराबर, पता क्या Prime Minister थे ये तो वो मानना tensions करते because he is ultimate. Oh. Is it spicy?
My God, this is perfect.
Using Mushk Buddhist rice from my brand KhyenChen. I washed it thoroughly and then now while cooking you have to be very sure that it is sorry tum look for near it is thoda sa rozun so what you call al dante, you know, you don't have to cook it 100%. I'll show you while it's boiling. I'll show you where I'll stop and take. Agar is full so we take out water now. You should put us a 75% cook. But if you want it sticky and for Japanese rice shasa, you can let it boil for little more time. Making the tuk Hoggard. Now my another favorite is kanti, mutton boneless kanti. And because of kya ingredient, say for example this is half a kilo of boneless mutton. And because of with around 3 onions or maybe little more, maybe 4. Not too many tomatoes. Generally I use 1, so we keep 1 on hold. Few green chilies, lemon, and we will need fresh coriander. Now, Jatkhatrish is boneless mutton we take. Generally, It's from the leg. You should tender pahan jaldi gasan tayar. There are fat layers also, but I generally chop them off because we don't want to eat so much of fat. I'll just chop this roughly. This has to be, you guys you piyaz. For making kanti, I'm again adding a little bit of mustard oil. Don't know about the Kashmiri scene. There was no restaurant culture as such. Only men who would go to office, generally government offices. They would wind up by 4 o'clock or probably by 5 o'clock, and then they would want to spend some time outside. And there were few restaurants. I remember there was one Kailash. Kosher restaurant was. And I still remember my Poofaji used to say, "Ha, hum susbo Kailash go." Ye Kailash hai sim gachan, ye kanti kheni, beyes kasa, ye butter toast kheni. Dapan usus, "Hey, answer butter toast, magar thani bagar." And that dialogue is still favorite with us. It's one, "Hey, answer butter toast, magar thani bagar." At katyos pamni mazat hai misata. And ये कांति boneless है, ताकि मेला में भी अलका सलका or somewhere else. The Garios ने यूद बनावा के Garios quick mutton kind of a thing बनावा. So one more kiss I remember. My dad used to get mutton. So जी मज़ोस्ती लाना. दाजी क्या है तेरे क्या जिस newspapers मज़ोस्त दीवान पूज सुनना होता है कि साथ plastic bags. So sauce आना पाता to make it more hygienic, sauce handkerchief was so well. And every time my mom would shout at him, "Trust me, ye rumal di shake kharab karmas." But he never changed. He was like, "Sauce you thi garana soon." He would call me Pinkai. Pinkai, well the yak tot banai. And that's how I think that was the time when I got interested in cooking. And then he would appreciate so much, so tot everybody would enjoy that. It wasn't too much kilowados, nasan local quantity, but all of us would eat together. And let's just task that was life in Kashmir. Kashmir was healthier, wealthier, asan kiya, so that is people used to live long. Probably the weather. Days asan khashi tatlu. Yet is by far I always use mustard oil, even in my restaurant. So, generally, क्या चलो बना या दिए सब pressure या फिर सब marinate मसल नसर बटर से story करांगे. My kanti comes out very clean and nice. I follow certain procedure. कुछ ऐसे salt करा add silky. So that gives it time. इश नून सिटी गसान तैयार. ना just वो marinate करा. This is the easiest way, but you need to keep patience. In the middle, we up stick of cinnamon. Yakshan asan zorat kihin masala, because the mutton has to speak in this dish. You guys na asun golumut. You guys na asun. This is zor se asun. This mutton in its juices. You should order that basan baranchu, but you have to keep little patience. This is another way of cooking it. You just keep on adding drops of water. Then such again, let it simmer. So we can check with this. You guys see a subtle, I'm going to add little more hot water. ये थी शायद थोड़ा सा युदामती soft जैसे, not exactly soft, युदामती चून लायक टू जैसे, तो दामती है minimum. After that, just takes 2 minutes. There is no shortcut to it. There is no marination to it. Marination doesn't make it easier. You just fry karna small. You MC10 tree bana. That is another level taste. Now we are there. See, sushi started. So, ये साथ में थोड़ा सा मोटी onion. Get something golden chicken, which I'll show you. So if you want more onion, you can possibly use 4 to 5 onions or 7 to keep that. So to eat this crunchy and crispy, salt to be bonus here, but because I'm using onion, so just a bit of it. Now, the trick is to keep this onion crunchy just immediately add tomatoes. Just now, I'm going to put the khara gange gachasun, gulmud gachasun. This is how it tastes. So immediately after adding onion, you don't have to wait for long. Just 1 stir and add tomatoes. So the other spice you can do it according to your taste. So to round it off, always add dash of lemon. Maybe half a lemon would be enough. Happiness is really. I enjoyed cooking it, and I hope you will enjoy watching it.
All right.
That was a mouth-watering show.
That was nostalgia overload for me. But this go good. Her terminal, and you could see how she has specifically kept away in mind, because the original plan was for her to come here and do it live. At the last moment, we decided, let's just do it. And there was every chance she could have been here. Or her session, her restaurant runs very late in the night. So she did say there's every chance I'll be there, but we didn't want to take a risk. What if she gets busy and is not able to come over? So thank you for such a good turnover today, really. So glad to see you all. It was an excuse to see you all again today, to see your faces, even though some of the windows are still closed. Namaskar, Rakeshji. Thank you.
Namaskar, Naliniji.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It was awesome.
Was this the first one in the new year? First?
Yes.
It was the first session.
And by the way, this is the first one for me ever. So.
Oh, really? And it was a special one. She made it especially for us.
I stand guilty of not joining earlier, but this was awesome. I could relate to that story of, my Soon Anunga Rumalmas. My dad, we had a puj, and if you will indulge me, there used to be one, I suppose puj that, Rahman puj bana. So he will tell us in the morning where Rahman is nishan kilo or whatever that. So we'll go and get it. And in the evening, he will come up with another kilo of soon. So my mom would say, "Kya kar raha thi uta sin?" I say, "Yes, that is ran. Yes, this asan because." So he couldn't let go of that. He would search somewhere else. So it was interesting how our elders, were so fond of Nene.
Yes, and the Ran and all these words are just etched in the memory. So I don't think the newer generation can relate to it, but we won't forget it either, right? Specific words. Bataska, God, and what else did she say? Some of the words were really.
Suji, I think we need to get more attendance from men, because I see there are not many. I am a vegetarian though, but I love to cook. Soon, especially we should.
So maybe the next session should be from you, Rakesh.
Yes.
I can.
Just for your information, we've had many gracious men come on the show, and they've cooked live last year.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Many of them. We've had
Ashwini ji.
I know Ashwini is a good.
Ajay call.
Ashwini, Ajay, Ankur. What is Ajay? Yeah. Kafi men folks have been really gracious to join the show and cook live. And some of them have done repetitive shows as well. So, ab aapki turn hai, please sign up.
I'll figure out. I have to ask my kids what do they like when I cook. So.
Yes, it can be a weekend meal, and let us know. I mean, whoever else. It's, as I said, it's just a fireside chat, an excuse to see you all, just to get the nostalgia out of our system. We all need it once in a while. Thank you all for joining. Or koi bhi questions hai, please feel free to ask in the KhyenChen chat. She will be more than happy to answer them for you. So Hoggard ke questions, I think